Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. First analysis of the year over here is going to be on BTCUSD. So I'm going to share with you my trade idea from a swing perspective. So let's not waste any time. We're straight over here on the weekly time frame. And what we can see on the weekly is we are obviously downtrending. Now, Bitcoin has actually lost a lot of its value since the all-time highs. If we look from where it was to where it is now, it's actually down 75% this year alone, which is pretty wild. But I am not expecting this to turn around and flip anytime soon. I still think we have some downside to fill. So as the overall premise and the start out for the trade, pretty much all I'm looking for here on BTC is to see this continue down to trade in towards this demand zone area down here. So I'm just looking for a final fill of this imbalance to bring us into this efficient range. And that is essentially the premise for the trade. But obviously that's not enough to just fire off trades. So let's scale into this price action here and get a better idea of where and when I'm looking to sell. Real quick guys, make sure you sign up to my free training. This is about an hour long and this is going to give you a lot of value and show you why you're not winning and how you can turn your results around. So if you want a load of value packed into a free training video, head over to the link in the description and join this there. Let's get back to Bitcoin. Okay, so now we're here looking at the daily time frame for BTC USD, and this is the kind of price action I'm going to break down for you because this is where the trade idea has really formed from. Now, actually, the 4-hour is going to be the best place for us to be. And the reason for that is we get a better look at the price action. So look at this trading range from here down to here. What have we got? We have essentially a sideways market, but we can actually break down some price action within this to get a better idea of what's actually going on. So what I'm going to do here is just mark out this doji candle, which had this imbalance leading into it. So this is actually a 4-hour supply zone, right? And if we also look, this 4-hour supply is really where we started to break this major structure. After this redistribution, we really pushed down and formed these candle body closures because previously we had just formed wicks. So this is really where that downside momentum kicked in. And as we can see, we pushed up and traded into that level. And ever since trading into that level here, we've now sold off and broken the structure. So we've got a supply zone, break of structure, pull back, retest, pull down, and now a break of the substructure under this level. Now, this is where the daily is going to become a little bit more clear for us and give us more clarity on the trade idea. So what do we see then so far? Well, first of all, we have the support floors around here, which were broken by this supply zone. We had closures coming from this supply. We've now seen a liquidation of this little blue candle, traded into supply there, sold off, broken the substructure at this level, and now we can see this demand zone down here in the low has been hit once and now twice. So that shows me that this demand is not a strong demand because we've been pushing into this multiple times. Now, if a demand is really strong, generally we're going to get a tap and a go from that level. Obviously, if we look at the supply, we had a tap and immediately went down from that level. So we see the selling and the supply is very strong on this side, but the demand on this side is not so good. So what I will be looking for is a continuation through and down. And obviously, as mentioned, 12070 is actually the key target for this trade, which I'll show you why in a moment. But we are going to be looking for BTC to sell off from this range down into 12070. Now, where am I going to be looking for the actual sell idea? Well, that is really going to be from this daily supply zone here. A reasonably large range that price could reverse within here. And obviously, I'm happy to just work with whatever price gives me within this range. So what I will be looking for is for if BTC can pull up towards this level, we will simply look for a shift in structure anywhere within this point. And then that could actually lead us down into that 12070 level. And that is really the premise behind the trade for BTC. So we're just looking for a simple continuation of the current trend, which is obviously down, as we can see. And I will be looking for that from this supply just here. Now, is there a way that we could trade long into this level? Personally, yes. I think we could probably trade long towards here. I would have my stop under this low to give some clearance for the trade, and I would just let that roll towards this area if I was going to be buying on the way into it. So if you wanted to go for a buy, I don't really think it would harm you. It's just up to you as to whether you find that a viable trade or not. But for me, really, it's going to be this big sell down. And obviously, when we get to this area, if we do get the right confirmations, we can sell down. First of all, with targets just at these lows here, 15,500, let's call it, and then onwards down towards 12,070. Now, why have I picked 12,070 for my target? If we scroll over here on the daily, you'll see that that is pretty much just at the top of this last candle here, really, right? So I do expect price to pull down lower towards these kind of demand areas, but I think a clear point for the trade target would be here, simply because we have this deep imbalance trading towards this level here. So I think at the very minimum, on a pull down, we should come in and retest this level even if we are going to push away. But basically, I think that this is definitely a big magnet area for price being that 12070 level, or well, yeah, 12066. But if we go with 12070, we'll be out just above that level. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for on BTC. We're going to look for a pull up, trade into supply, sell down, trade through this low, and trade us towards 12070 for a final target. And that is it. That's BTC. So make the most of this. Hopefully you get a profitable move from it. And don't forget to sign up for my free training. That's going to provide you with a lot of value. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you in the next video.